Sham Yahushua Barakathum to the brothers. Yahushua Mar Elatah Bahasham Yahushua to the sisters. This is the ISUPK California Lashawan Qadash class. The Lashawan Qadash stands for Holy Tongue. This is a biblical tongue that's been given to us by the Lord, passed down to our forefathers, and since 1969. General Yohanan, the ISUPK, has been teaching the truth about the Bible as well as the Lashawan Qadash and its true form. When you think about the Lashawan Qadash, you're thinking, when you think about the Holy Tongue, and if you come from a Christian perspective, you're thinking, and they start, Slaki means excuse me, by the way. They start, I'll just give you an example. They start running around, they start saying all type of hymns, running back and forth for the sheep, put on whole type of roles, which is which is not biblical, and it does not follow the records of the Lord. The Holy Tongue was a biblical language, which we know holy means separate. Just like the Lord has his own holy people. He has his own holy language that he gave to his holy people. And I mean, but his holy people, since we've transgressed the laws and been following other gods and many customs, we've taken on other languages. We've been taking on other religions. We've taken on all types of things, not following the Lord, not doing what's biblical. That's why it's important that you get in the ISUBK, you get in these classes, and you start actually learning how to serve the Lord correctly. Serve him in spirit and in truth. You want to be out here serving. You don't want to be doing things that look like a show, because when you actually get a proper understanding of the Lord, the Bible is the historical records of the children of Israel. Once you start getting a proper understanding of the Bible, then you'll start looking at the Christian church more like a show, for what it is, more like a show, more like a democracy. It's more governed. It's not biblical at all. So this is why the Lord has set the ISUBK on earth to set the world straight and destroy Christianity, Salakia. But that's well, you want to come in these classes. We have classes Monday through Saturday. We actually have a class, I believe it's at 2 till 4 o'clock on Monday. It's a historical class. Tuesday, we have a brotherhood class that starts from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesday, we have a law class that starts from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday, we have a scripture breakdown held by no other than Captain Qadash, the king of the West Coast, shall we say. The brother's been holding down this truth. He's been He's been building a lot of brothers up in this Western region, teaching brothers about the Bible and helping them get off drugs and go back and build their families up. That's why these classes are important, because it's utilized. The Lord says, "Love thy brother as thyself," which we know is a commandment, and in the ISUBK we know that we must keep the commandments. In the Christian church, they teach you that the commandments are done away with. So there is some controversy there. But that's why you have to follow the Bible, the historical records of the Bible. Right now, we are working on the Lashawan Qadash. Like I said, it is a holy tongue. The Lord said this is a holy. Wow. All right. Let me erase this stuff I had up here from last week. I'm gonna go ahead and spell it out for you. That's Lashawan Qadash. That means holy tongue. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and spell it for you in Hebrew. I'll go ahead and spell it in ancient, and then we'll go from there. This is the La, the Sha, Wa, Na. That's Lashawan Qua. Okay. Or when you are, I'm just giving an example while I'm going to go ahead and write this out. But just understand when you write out the Hebrew, you write from right to left. And unlike what you do in America and all the Western civilization, they write from left to right. But when you write out the Hebrew, you're writing from right to left. So, like I wrote Lashawan, that's the Lashawana, Lashawan, Qua, that's the Qua, Da, so Da, Sha. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Slovakia. Excuse me. That's H actually. Da, that's how you would write Lashawan Qadash in the ancient Hebrew. Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shabbat to the brothers. Hey, the water for attending the class. If you can you guys please like and share the class. It is important that we do get this out there so our people do get a proper understanding of a language that we once known, that was once ours. We're talking about the holy tongue, which is the biblical tongue. And we know that holy means to be separate. It was separate, so it has its own space. The Lord thought it was very important that He gave these people this language, and it was talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, and He gave those. He gave us the blessings. The Lord gave us the language. Problem was we were not keeping the commandments, and since we are keeping the commandments, just like in America, we're following other gods, we're following hip hop, we're following everything you could name but the Lord. We've come under these curses, and things like this happen. We went into captivities with rulers from unknown nations. They come over and they took our language, took our women, they took they just took everything from us. And it's time now. The ISUBK, the Lord has blessed us with the ISUBK. The ISUBK is here to set the earth in proper rulership by putting the proper people in the place. This is why we have officers, captains, generals, because this is the Lord's military. The Lord is a man of war. I should say was and is a man of war, and He changes not. This is why it's important for you to get in these classes so you can get right, because we can look at the times and we're like, they're almost perilous times to where we don't know what's going on. You see people dying all the time. You got Corona coming in. The Lord's giving the Lord plagues now. It's time for brothers to get this proper understanding, really get back what was been taken from them because they weren't following correctly. Now that you have the opportunity, you got the proper understanding. Now we call it the information highway. We got where you can really research things and get real historical facts of things. That's another thing about the ISUBK. You really start to research. You learn from historians, brothers who read books, all types of books. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. I'm gonna start with the alphabet. I always start with the ancient. So if you need a chart and you are on Facebook, go ahead and put it in the chat. I can send it to you via Messenger. If you are watching from YouTube, put your email address in, and I'll email one to you. It's no sweat, so you can go ahead and work on it at home. We know the Lord says, "Study and show thyself approved." So that's what we need to do. Stay studying, staying deep in the Lord's work. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the alphabets, and then we'll just go from there. Excuse me for a second. Is this? Yes, this is paleo. Slakia. I need a chart. No sweat. I got you. No problem. Slakia. I'm a beginner. Nah, it's no problem. Just follow along. I got you. I'm gonna send you. If, like I said, if you do need a chart, let me know. Just follow along, and I can send you one. It's no sweat. Whoever just asked for one, I'll send you one right now. Just let me go ahead and write down out the sounds. Okay. I wish I had one of them. These are the sounds right here. I'm gonna go over the sounds again. I'm gonna go over the sounds. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, ta. And those are the sounds of the Lashawan. Okay, the Lashawan also can be written in the Assyrian. The sounds remain the same, but the characters of the alphabets change. They're different. They differ, Salakia. But the sounds, as far as the Abba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, that all still remains the same. So understand this. You think about these other groups that come out here when they say Yahuda, Yashura, and all these other names, and you go look at the sounds of the alphabets and see where it matches up. And another thing, the crazy part about this, these people that say these things, they follow this same chart, but somehow they get a U. They get some of these sounds that weren't even created. Like we think about the name Jesus Christ. We know ourselves that the J's were not created until the 1400s. So there were no J's. But we wonder how they got the J's, but we know that that was translated into the Greek. Okay, I'm going to go to the sounds again. It says, wow, ours is shorter. Who is ours? Like, what? I'm Slovakia. I mean, I could send you a chart, no sweat, so you can work on the correct chart. If your chart is shorter. Okay, let me see who that is. Oh, you already Slovakia. Who needs that chart? Benjamin Locust. I got you. Got you, man. Oh, Benjamin Slovakia. Like it. I can't really see the picture. I don't know why. I didn't mean to call it the boy girl. Yee. Okay. Just bear with me a quick second. I'm just giving someone the chart. No sweat. Not you with a blue hat on, right? Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, I had to figure out how I could go into there. Go into there. Mm. Okay, that's how I do it. Oh, wonder, like, what the heck? Bear with me a quick second. Just trying to send somebody over a chart. Like I said, if anybody does need a chart and you are working on it at home, it's awesome to go. I'm gonna be at home exercising. This is a language of your nation. If you are of the 12 tribes, this is a nation. I mean, a language that has been stripped from your ancestors, and you've been given English, Spanish, every other language that every nation conquered you. You've been given. But what you don't know is the language that the Lord has given you, which is the Lashawan Qadash, that holy tongue. So this is man, like I said, this is none but the Lord that He has these classes so that we can wake people up and they can learn their proper language. Okay, I sent that chart over. You need one too? Slack it. I got you. I need one too. I'm in shorter than the European alphabets. Correct. Yeah, of course. But you know how you think about the Europeans. I mean, they imitated the Lashawan. You think about how the Lashawan goes ah ba ga da ha wa. That's similar to how the A B C's. That's the European himself is a great imitator. From we think about great inventions that they have been stolen from educated black men, Latino men, Native American men, and been given to somebody above them, and they've claimed it as their own. So you got to think about how. That's why in the ISUBK they say that the so-called the so-called oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Not because he has horns, only because of his ways. His ways are so wicked that he will go ahead. You can create something. He will push you out the way and take it as his own. Even when it comes to the alphabet, why do you think that they were in Egypt so much? They want to learn everything of Egypt because they said these people got to be intelligent. But then watch what happens when they have an Egyptian movie. Look at the people on the Egyptian movies. The characteristics of this intelligent nation. Who do Hollywood depict? Depict. They put a pale faced, blue eyed, blonde hair person on and make them an Egyptian. That makes him King Tut. He got blue eyes. He don't even look like the hieroglyphics. But that's why we gotta stay in this word. We gotta stay in this word. We have to seriously wake our people up and understand. We behind enemy lines. As long as you know that, you know how to operate differently. But if you don't, you think you want to be comfortable, you're gonna learn it the hard way.
Okay.
You see all these people out here thinking that they really American.
Yeah.
They find it out there. You ain't no American.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a full military suit on, and said, you know, I fought for this nation. I've shed blood for this nation. I shed blood, sweat, and tears for this nation. You know what? They will grab you out your car and throw your black butt on that ground with a superior badge on. But if it was one of they people, thank you for serving this country. Yeah. You know what I mean? Thank you for serving this country. Yo, butt, get your face on that pavement. I'm gonna go over these sounds again, and then I'm gonna erase this, and then we're gonna go into the Assyrian. Okay? So this is a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha. Remember, there's a similar sound, which is the ka, but it's not. This is the ha. That's a ka. So I'm gonna go ka. Ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, ta. And like I said, those are the sounds of the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue. You guys just feel writing it down because I know a lot of people like to take it home. I remember when I first started coming to these classes, I would just sit there and when they're writing them out, I would just go ahead and copy it and, you know, try to trace it. Not trace it, Salakia, but just copy it out, you know, every week. We do this every week. You know what I'm saying? This is not the Christian church. We don't close. We have no reason to close. We are real faith believers. You know, I seen when COVID hit the Christian church, that thing closed down. Man, they closed that thing down. I see the pastor, he went online and started asking for money. He said, let me get some of that on. You pay your tithes online. Cash app it. We gonna pass the cash app. Okay, I'm gonna give it another couple seconds, and I'm gonna go back up, and I'm gonna erase that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and write the Assyrian. Good buddy. Excuse me. Woo. Took the water too fast. That thing went down the wrong pipe. Okay, I'm going to the sounds again. I'm just going to erase that after I go to the sounds. This is a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tiza, kwa, ra, sha, ta. This is the sounds. I'm going to go ahead and erase it. Like I said, if you do need a chart, go ahead and put it in the comment board, and I'll send one to you. Again, the alphabet sound is the same. The characters of between the ancient and the Assyrians changed up. No sweat, sis. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write out the Assyrian. Okay. I'm gonna go over the sounds. Then I'll go into it. Okay. Remember, the sounds remain the same. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, cha, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, wa, ra, sha, da. And these are the alphabets of Lashawan, Qadash. Those are the sounds. Remember, the sound remain the same. The characters of the alphabet's a little bit different, well, a lot of it different. I said a little bit. Okay, but when it comes to, let me get my marker kind of running out. I ain't feeling. When it comes to the Assyrian, Assyrian has some of these alphabets have double characters. Some this first the first character is the first character. When you're writing a word, this character is used in the beginning or the middle of a word. This second character is always used at the end of a word. I'll give you an example when I go ahead and go write out some vocabulary so you can get more of an understanding of about these double characters. Like I said, this first character is used in the beginning of a word or the middle of a word. The second character is always at the end of a word. And that's how you would write that. I'm going to go over the sounds again. Like I said, if you do need a chart, let me know. I'll send you a chart. It's no sweat. It's ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, cha, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, wa, ra, sha, ta. Go to the sounds again. I, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, kwa, ra, sha, ta. Those sounds again. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, La. You ever see this character right here, or that character right there, and this one, and this is speaking on when we're talking about the ancient. If you see this under a word, this makes that sound singular. When you see it look like that, that connects the sounds. When you see that like that, that connects the sounds. I'm gonna go ahead and write some vocabulary words out, and then we're gonna go into the sounds on how we use those connectors. Use those characters. Like the first word is race. The word for race in the Hebrew is Ra Tizah. Ra Tizah. Next word is radio. The word for radio is Shah, Shamai, Da, Ba. The next word is rain. The word for rain is Ma, Tar. Now I'm going to go ahead and write them out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. I'm going to start with the ancient. Ra, Tazah. That makes it sound singular. Singular. Now I'm going to write it in the Assyrian. And the Tazah is a double character. So if you have that Tazah and it's at the it's at the end of a word. Since it's at the end of the word, you're going to use the second character of the Tazah. And when it comes to the Assyrian, there are no connectors. It's just written straight out. You don't have to use a connector. This only with the ancient is where you're going to use the connectors. Next word is radio. The word for radio is Shemai Taba. Go ahead and write that. That's the Shah, the Mai, Shemai Taba, Shah singular, the Mai is singular, the Da singular, Shemai, Ba, okay, the Ba is connected. The Ba and the Hut's connected. You see how I put that connector in there? Those sounds are connected. Now I'm going to write in the Assyrian. The ma, since the ma is in the middle of the word, you're going to use the first character of the ma. The ma is a double character. So you're going to use the first character of the ma. The ba. Next word is rain. Now the word for rain is matar. This is the ma. That's how you write that in the ancient. I'm gonna write it out in the Syrian. It's the second. It's the first character of ma. The first word is race. The word for race is rataza. This is how you write rataza in the ancient. This is how you write rataza in the Assyrian. The next word is radio. The word for radio is shemataba. This is how you write shemataba in the ancient. This is how you write shemataba in the Assyrian. Next word is rain. The word for rain is matar. This is how you write matar in the ancient. This is how you write matar in the Assyrian. Uh, the ma and the I. Ma, yeah. You gonna put the ma on the I. Oh my bad, my bad. I see that. I see something. That's right here. Shama da Shema. So like, correct this one. how you write that. Next word is rainbow. Word for rainbow is Qadash. Next word is ram. Word for ram is y'all. Y'all. Next word is rape. Word for rape. Anas. Go ahead and write this out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Qadash. Qua. The next word is ram. The word for ram is y'all. Qua. Those are connectors. Singular, y'all. So you write that in your serial. The next word is rape. The word for rape is anas. Na. That's how you write that in your serial. The first word is rainbow. The word for rainbow is quasha. This is how you write quasha in the ancient. This is how you write quasha in the Assyrian. Next word is ram. The word for ram is ayal. This is how you write ayal in ancient. This is how you write ayal in Assyrian. Next word is rape. The next word for rape, the word for rape in Hebrew is anas. This is how you write anas in ancient. This is how you write anas in Assyrian. Next word is raven. The word for raven is I, Wa, Rob. Next word is read. The word for read in Hebrew is Qua, Ra. The next word is real. The word for real in Hebrew is Amathya. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write them out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Let me know if y'all can see that. I, Wa, Ra, I, Wa, Ra, that's connector. I, Wa, that's how you would like I, Wa, Ra in the Assyrian. The Assyrian doesn't have the connectors, just like the ancient does. The next word is read. The word for read is Qua, Ra. So Qua, that's easy, Qua, and Ra. That's ancient, Qua, and Ra. That's how you write that in the Assyrian. The next word is real. The word for real is Amad. So we'll go Ma, Ta, Ya. That's how you write that in the Assyrian. The first word is raven. The word for raven is I, Wa, Rob. This is how you would write I will rob in the ancient. This is how you write I will rob in the Assyrian. Next word is read. The word for read is Quara. This is how you write Quara in the ancient. This is how you write Quara in the Assyrian. Next word is real. The word for real is Amathya. This is how you, Salaki, I did not put the connector. So let me put the connector. Singular, singular. Singular. Connected, singular. Amathya. Amathya in the Assyrian. Amathya, Amathya in the ancient, Amathya in the Assyrian. So can you give me a second? That good. The next word is reap. The word for reap is Qadash. The next word is red. The word for red is Adawam. The next word is refuge. Refuge. The word for refuge is Makwa. Makwalat. Makwalat is how you would say refuge in the Hebrew. I'm going to go ahead and write them out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. First word is Qadash, so you're going to go with the Qua. And now you're going to go with the Chazah. And then you're going to go with the R. Chazar. Qua, singular. Chazar. Connected. Now you're going to go ahead and we're going to write this now. We're going to write it out in the Assyrian. So you're going to Qua. And since Chazar is a double character, you're going to use the first character because it's the middle of the word. Chazar. Ra. That's how you write that in the Assyrian Salafi. Next word is red. The word for red is Adawam. So Da Wa. So Adawam. Connect. Adawa. Second character of the ma is at the end of the word. Next word is refuge. The word for refuge is Makwalet. Ma. Qua. La. Ta. Ma. Qua. Lat. That's how you would connect it. Now we're going to go ahead and write it in the Assyrian. So this is, the ma is a double character. It's the first character of the ma. Ra. La. That's how you would do it in the Assyrian. That's how you write it in the Assyrian. Next word is remain. The word for remain is Sha.